Yay! Let's go. Pop in, say hi. If you've never popped into one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. And here on Sunday night, we have a little crew that has gotten together every single week for years now. And, this show actually saved my YouTube channel, right? It was a matter of adapting and conquering and never giving up. It was the only reason that I'm actually sitting here right now still doing this live show. But not only that, I have to take into consideration and give appreciation, right, for that company, right? For that company that joins me every single week. And I am grateful to have you here. Awesome, awesome. Jay, you have to message me through Instagram because remember our little contest last week, right? I said I was going to send you a little something. I'm going amethyst digging, right? In less than 2 weeks. If I had your address, I might pop in a little crystal into an envelope, but you'll have to send it over to me, not here, right, on my live, right? Because then everybody sees it. I'm sure once it gets down, one of the moderators will take it down right away if you did, and then just let me know later on the address. But it's best if you get a hold of me through Instagram, and I'd love to send you a little something in appreciation. I remembered that last week. You guys, my cold feels a little bit better today. I'm still hacking because it's the phlegm, right? Now we're clearing out the chest for the next week, and I'm good with that. As long as the aches and pains are gone, right? Whether that energy level that was depleting me because of this cold, miraculously it came back this weekend, and I needed it. Oh my goodness, did I get a butt whooping, like a whooping. But I'm saying it in appreciation because I took a butt whooping. I tried to take as much load off of everybody else's butt whooping because everybody took it. One of our main girls, right, had some health issues. Hopefully, there's some health issues, and she just didn't want the week off with the long weekends and the days off, right? She could be laying on the beach drinking pina coladas for all I know. And we worked that hard. We were such a team. But I made some promises of some things that I wanted to accomplish for them before my days off. Like I wanted to take the back to school display down, tear that down and put it all back and clean the shelves. And then I wanted to put up fall and Halloween. And that meant getting up in the rafters and bringing down the bins and pricing everything and, right, putting it all out. Oh my goodness. I made such a mess, but I cleaned it up and it does. It's a really, really good start. And at the same time, I can feel good because I did promise, because I didn't say I'll try. I said I'll get it done. And especially when I am going on holidays, they have not asked me to stay. I know they would like to. And, I have struggled in my own mind whether or not to bring it up. Nothing is so solid in this moment that I couldn't give them an extra couple of weeks, right? But who's to say if in that couple of weeks, right, things got extended and it's another couple of weeks. And because of the weather, right? Because of the weather and I picked my vacation, and because of the lessons that I get, and because I know I'm highly sensitive and empathic in order to sway to the needs of the world, right? And as much as I would like to, like the struggle with me, it's the battle is, do I hold up my own and say, Cindy, right? You deserve that vacation. It's not your fault. You're not So you're not responsible to save the day. That's not your name. You're not Save the Day Cindy, right? It would be very kind, right? But see, here I am doing it again, right? No, I'm not arguing with myself. I'm just kind of talking through it because it is feasible. And I know they would appreciate it. Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I have to give it. I can't know. I see that's the struggle. I think I should just stick with the plan. They haven't asked me not to take my vacation, to postpone the vacation. So I think I should leave things the way they are. And, there's a reason for everything, right? And it was just a choice. And these are the kind of choices that I get to make, right? I get to make. But I think at the same time, yeah, was something to give some thought to. Okay, you guys, it's staff charge day today. I got some staff charges. The plan was not to buy anything, but I don't get the say of one of those amazing things that draw my fancy, or I wish I had, or I could really use. I didn't try very hard, in all honesty, you guys. Maybe it's just the way I'm coping with the hairy scary and the busy and the teetering. I'm doing a lot of teetering right now. And while I'm teetering, right, I'm whistling away, right? I'm entertaining the troops, right? And it is lightning, right? Even in this moment, I get a moment to smile and laugh at myself, and it is kind of it is kind of silly, but these are the kind of life and death questions, right? That I work through on a day-to-day basis, and happy to have that because I do understand that is part of my movement, right? That's a part of my incredible miraculous inclusion to this party, so I'm happy. Oh, you guys, I went on. Let me grab my drink. Okay, give you 1 second. I wish I have like a music sign or something to go when I have to jump up. But I'm just grabbing my drink because when Kathy said that, I stopped off and I got a root beer. It had lots of ice in it. I got a root beer because I was so thirsty. I didn't have anything to drink. Finished my coffee by lunchtime, and then we worked so hard physically and mentally, right? Because of all the stuff that we had to get done, all those promises I had to keep. And then I had to hold everybody to get them to help me to make sure that the promises were kept. But they were always included in that plan anyway. Mm. I love root beer. Hires root beer is my favorite. I don't know if you guys got Hires root beer in the States. I know you have Shasta because my dad did a lot of road trips and stuff with us, and we always, when we went to the States, we'd always stop and we had Shasta all the time. Oh, and you guys have also strawberry pop, right? Here in Canada, we don't have strawberry pop, right? Those would probably, we have a little section in the grocery store that's for foreign foods and foreign treats and foreign drinks. It would probably sit on that shelf, right? Because I've never seen strawberry pop here in Canada. Yeah, A&W root beer is the best. Absolutely the best. But the thing is, they don't put enough bubblies in the A&W root beer. So you have to drink it right away or it goes flat. But yeah, I love the A&W root beer, especially when it comes in a frosted mug. On my trips, you guys, I usually do stop on the highway at an A&W. A&W seems to be a big Trans Canada highway pit stop. They usually will have a gas station or something attached to it. And yeah, I do like stopping in for a root beer. I'm not sure if I buy something else. Maybe I buy a burger or something or an apple pie. I know A&W makes very, very good apple pies when you and I like apple pies. I like apple pies. I would probably that's probably what I'm buying when I go to A&W is A&W root beer and their apple pies because they put the cinnamon in the sugar, but not only do they put the cinnamon in the sugar, their sugar is crystallized, like it's chunky sugar, right? That's attached to the Applejack. What do they call it? Apple turnover. That's what they call it. No, apple turnover. Yeah, apple pie. They call it apple pie. Oh, William, you're not making one of your fancy meals tonight, huh? Hi, KG. Welcome, 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 welcome. You guys, I have no idea. I really, really did try not to buy things this payroll, but I managed to spend $46 on staff charges. Now, if you're just hanging out, you've never come into my lives before, I am Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. But on Sunday nights, it's just casual night, right? Well, I try, right? Casual night, but it's kind of like everybody's a free for all, right? And we get to know each other, right? And if somebody's having issues, sometimes I have the most amazing moderators. They jump right in, and then they get my attention because sometimes I go off so much that I lose track of what's going on in the comments. So sometimes, quite often, I have to backtrack in the comments to see what everybody's doing. But if you've never popped into one of my lives before, welcome, welcome. Today, my mug is I'm trying to be awesome today, but I'm exhausted from being so freaking awesome yesterday. Oh my goodness. Did I rock the boat? Well, not rock the boat. I rocked. I just plain rocked this weekend. I truly did. I shined in all different colors you know, uh, and I appreciate the backup. I appreciate that everybody listens when I dictate because it's a nice little flow, right? If we could all be on the same page and right, they understand that right me being more mature, I'm pulling up the weight too. I'm doing the projects and taking on the responsibility too. But them being younger, right? They take on so much more, right? They help me out so much and I love them to death and it was really neat because I only trained one or two of them and they all trained each other and we all work in sync. We all work in sync now. We're a great support group for each other too. It's really quite amazing the little family that we got going on there. And it's not like we don't squabble or right. I'm grumbling today. I'm grumbling. My best worker, right? My workhorse, my savior, my save the day Lorraine, right, has not been with me, right? She's my partner. And without her, I have to do everything, right? And she kind of picks me up and lifts me up, and she kind of thinks in the same mind, so I don't even have to say anything, and she just gets it done. So I just allow her to be her own boss. But boy, do I miss her when she's not around. But I'm happy to have earned my penny, right? And I did my apologies and I said my thank yous to everybody. And right, I'm grateful that my work week in the job that puts the roof over my head is over. And now we can get back into my head, right? And that's what I do. It's a nice little swing that I have because by the time I've had my fill up here, I'm ready to go back to work, right? And by the time I'm done my week there, right? I'm ready. I'm ready to get back into my head. And that's just the way it is. I've built this little life to accommodate the stage in the life that and the moment that I'm in right now. And it fits perfectly. And wait till you see the things that I got tonight, you guys. You guys ready? You guys ready for show and tell? I just showed and tell my cup. I think I got this last payroll. If you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, But yeah, it's a great little cup, and it's true, right? I did my darndest to be awesome, and I think I was awesome today. But I was super awesome yesterday, and I was even more awesome the day before. It's only because the days pass and the energy levels go down. And plus that, oh, right, right. Oh, somebody gets the leak off, and I got to pick up the slab. A little bit of that, right? But I hope she's well. I hope everything is okay. So, what bag do we start? Why don't we start with this little bag? Because there's only a few things in here, and that way I can put things in it, okay? And I can put these things on the thing. Okay, so I got this tray, and it's a little dirty right now, but if you could see, it's actually velvet, a black velvet tray. And I was thinking, at some point, because I do work in a thrift store and I do have some nice pieces, that it would be nice to have a nice display tray for taking pictures of those pieces. And I think it was only like $1.75, and then I get a little discount on that. Keep in mind, I spent about $48 on my staff charge tonight as I'm showing you everything, because I got some amazing. It's the only reason I'm on a budget, you guys. I only took things that I thought I needed or I could really use, or if it was for my trip. I think I might have got a couple of things for my trip, and then things because, as my circumstances change, right? And I want to make sure that I'm prepared for that move, because we know that Cindy, for the rest of her life, will only be making thrifted purchases. I will not be buying brand new anymore, right? Unless it's my technology, because I work in social media, and obviously my groceries, but my furniture, my clothes, everything will be used in secondhand. Okay, so a jewelry tray. Oh, awesome. Okay, so you guys, if you've been hanging out with me for any length of time, I'm doing a orange, white, and sky blue. Well, it doesn't show it like that because of the lighting, but a sky blue for my kitchen, right? And it's hard to find orange things for the kitchen. You go, Cindy, did you really need a big clamshell? The idea was no. This was kind of well, because I don't get a lot of orange stuff for the kitchen, and I thought if I made a nice big seafood salad, how nice would that be presented on a dining room table? But I bought it, you guys, because here's the story. Some of you guys have heard this story before. Me and my dad, I was in high school. I was 16 years old, and I got a call into the office, and I was always nervous, right, when I got called to the office. And I got called to the office, and the principal said to me, "Your dad's in the parking lot. Can you go talk to your father?" Right? And I went, "Oh my goodness." And like, my dad's sick, like he had congenital heart disease, like it could be anything, right? So I run out to the parking lot, and my dad says, "Your mom's got to work. Do you want to go to Vegas with me for a few days?" It's Vegas? No, Reno. "Do you want to go to Reno with me for a few days?" Because we did both. We lived in Vancouver, so it was less than a day's drive to get down there. Because my dad was a compulsive gambler, it was something we did all the time. But this was a special trip. This was the one and only time that me and my dad went by ourselves. And he picked me up from school. I went home. I packed my bag. We jumped in the car. We were only supposed to be gone a few days. He didn't have much money, right? Remember, I'm 16 years old. I'm not even allowed in the casinos. You have to be 21 years old, right? But we had this motel. It was called the Sands Motel, and it had a swimming pool for the kids. So we always stayed at the Sands Motel. So we checked into the hotel, and my dad said, because it was the first night we were there, he says, "Do you want to come and stand in the lobby of the hotel, and I'll sit at a slot machine beside the lobby?" And I said, "Oh, right," to spend some time with my dad. And so I went into the casino, and I stood in the lobby, and he got a machine right beside the lobby. he only put in a few quarters, right? And my dad won $1,000. And I was so excited for him, and he was so excited because my dad was not a slot machine player. My dad liked to go to Reno to play blackjack and poker, right? Those big high roller casino games. But I couldn't get in there, and he promised that I could hang out with them. So he says, okay, well, before we go, let's get 5 of these $20 chips, right? And he won $1,000. So he got 5 $20 chips. And their lobby, as you walk into the lobby, you could see this great big casino. It was our slot machine. It was just as big as this room. It was really, really big. Like must have been like 12 feet, at least 10 feet by 12 feet high. And it was all spark like a real casino, real slot machine, right? And the lady who brought the drinks brought my dad these coins, the big token coins to put in the slot machine. And on the second coin, my dad won $10,000 on the second coin. Okay. I'm standing in the lobby. I'm watching. Right. I don't know what a lot of money is. It seems like a lot of money, and people are standing around my dad, and right. And the guys come out and pay him off and everything, but he still had three of those big coins left. Right. So he put all 3 of them in, and on the third one, he won another big one. I don't remember what it was, but he won another big one. So he was so excited. All he wanted to do was take me back to the Sands Motel. He took me back to the Sands Motel, right? Sorry, a long story, but it's a good one, right? He took me back to the Sands Motel. This was the most fantastic trip of me and my father. My father was absolutely amazing, right? And he loved me to death. And this was just as much dazzling amaze adventure for me as it was for him, because he never won when he went down to Reno or casino or went to Reno or Vegas. And so he told the lady to bring him I think it was 5 $50 tokens, because there was another big machine. Like this machine was in the lobby here, but where my dad won the first one was here. But on this side was another big machine, but it was a higher token. And he brought him the tokens and he won something else. I don't know. I was 16. I was just like, oh, right. So excited because my dad was so happy, and I could feel my dad. And I always wanted my dad to be happy. And it just felt like the most wondrous, spectacular moment in his life. And he felt like a big shock. I could tell that because my dad was, in those days, you could smoke in restaurants and casinos, and he'd have his big cigar, and the ladies were bringing him cocktails because you got free drinks in those days. I don't know if you still get free drinks, but in those days, you got free drinks. I'm getting to it, you guys. So after he got all his money, it was lots and lots of money. His idea was to dump me off at the hotel and leave me there and go play his real games, because now he's a high roller. He's got lots of money, and we only got 3 days to have some fun, or he has some fun, and I'm gonna have fun too because I got the swimming pool, right? And he'll leave me some money so I can buy munchies and stuff. I'm gonna have a grand time, right? I'm gonna have a grand time. So he gave me a big wad of cash, and he told me that I was to buy each member of my family a spectacular present. He gave me hundreds and hundreds of dollars to buy presents for everybody. And then he gave me a big wad of money, and he said, this is for you also. Again, it was hundreds of dollars. And he says, you have a good time. We're not going to see each other too much. So I knew I probably wouldn't anyway. My dad was a compulsive gambler. And he says, pack your things and get in the car. And we were leaving the Sands Motel in Reno, where we always stayed. And we had this big red old Chrysler, all rusted up. And the muffler farted really, really loud, but it farted black smoke. And he drove up to the big, fanciest Mapes Hotel in Reno. And this guy in an outfit and a suit came out, took my dad's keys. Now I know this guy's a valet driver, but at 16 years old, I don't know what this guy is. He's just, my dad's just handing him the keys, and right, he parks the car, right? Get up to the room. We drop off our luggage, right? You got everything you need, Cindy? I said, yeah, I got everything I need, right? Oh, except for maybe some potato chips and stuff. And he says, there's a store right downstairs at the lobby. You know where I showed you. And I said, okay. And he says, you got room service. You want anything, you just phone and you ask for room service. And you got that money, right? And we'll meet back here. I think we met back twice during the day before he came back the third time to go to bed, right? Well, I went to one of those fancy dress stores, right? To where the ladies walk around with the outfits. And there was actually a dress, it was a one size fits all, but I got to feel like a queen sitting there, right? Felt like very special sitting there on the bench. And all the ladies walked around with the dresses and everything. And then the one lady who was helping me, she says, I think that one will fit you, dear, right? And so I bought it, a designer dress in one of those fancy stores. Now, take into consideration, this is the late 70s, right? Then right next door, or maybe a block down or something, I can't remember, there was a movie, and I went to the movie theater and I saw Sinbad and the Seven Seas. The one with the Cyclops with the eye in the middle of his forehead. Seven Voyages of Sinbad. That was the name of the movie. I had the best time, right? Then I went back to the hotel and I bought myself a bathing suit. Oh, here you go, you guys. I went swimming and I came back and I thought, room service. I'm going to have room service. And I says, no, I want to feel fancy, because my dad used to take me to fancy restaurants all the time. I know you might think it's silly, but my dad dated me, not in a boyfriend, girlfriend kind of way, but because he wanted me to have that experience of being served and to be made to feel special. Maybe he had an idea that I was going to be going into hospitality as a career. I don't know what his reasoning was. I never asked it. I was just grateful that he liked to spend that time with me. So I went down to this fancy restaurant. Here you go, you guys. I went down to that fancy restaurant. It wasn't orange, it was white, but it was this bowl. And I asked for a fruit salad, you guys. I asked them for a fruit salad. And this fruit salad came up, and there was a big gob of ice cream right in the middle, big gob. And then there was pieces of toast, like flower petals all around it. And there were watermelon and bananas and cherries and peaches and pears and oranges. It was so magnificent. So then you guys can understand that when I saw this bowl today, it brought back that memory. And because of the week that I'm having, not just like having a busy, hectic, problem filled week, right? But I rocked it. But some of those lessons that I had this week, and we did gratefulness this week on my show, What's My Good Cheer, that's here on YouTube. And I had a lot of insights, a lot of contemplation that was revolved around that. Very loving, very creative, it was a friendship that we had, right? It wasn't just father and daughter. I was my father's daughter. I am my father's daughter, right? But in the lessons this week, and some of those lessons that I have been struggling with because of my movement forward, or the lack of, or the lateness of it coming, in my late 50s, that I did throw myself back there because, my wanting to understand, because I can understand if it's an evolutionary things, right? If somebody was just not strong enough to stand up for what was right, or, because I can't say he didn't know, because he knew exactly what was going on in my life. Was it dictated Did he think I needed those lessons in order for that I could stand here and have these kind of conversations with people, right? So I thought about it. I was in contemplation of it quite a bit, and I still am, right? But I felt it. I truly felt that love from my father, the love for the good times and the amazing memories and the loving, caring person that he was towards me when other parties weren't involved, because there was pain for him too, right? If those kind of feelings were shown to me, because there would be resentment and jealousy. My mother was very, because she didn't get that from her father. She didn't understand that relationship. And, when I brought those presents home for my mother and for my sisters, my mother took her gift, which was a magnificent gift that my dad actually picked out. He says, if I hit it big, Cindy, I want you to buy this for my mother. And I did. I bought it for mom, and she took it and she threw it up against the wall. But I don't know how I would have reacted to that, right? And I paid for that for a very, very long time. I paid for that trip because we were only supposed to be gone for a few days. And I think we were gone for a few weeks, right? It was probably my dad's best trip to Vegas. My dad went every month, all his adult life, like at least once a month, his entire, unless he was out fishing. If he was out in the middle of the ocean, because when he went out in the ocean, he was usually gone for a few months. But I paid for that, right? But that trip me and my father had, it is a magnificent memory, right? And it was to draw me back to that actual love and try again to understand and put myself in my father's footsteps where I concerned, because I knew how my father felt about me, right? I knew it. But, some of the things that happened in my life, he knew that too. And it was still allowed to happen. So, things that we work through, and you're going to work through something a little bit different. I hope I didn't take too long in telling that story. And if that story was right, if there was a lesson in that for you, right? But this wonderful memory, I'm looking forward to having this on my dining room table, right? Should I get that dining room table? I'm going to have a big salad. It might even be the first salad that I put in there. It might be for me, right? And if I do that, I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it to my Instagram. And those of you who know me here, right, you'll remember me telling that story, and maybe you'll just smile to yourself. Okay, done with that, you guys. I didn't need to tell that story. Oh, a new inspirational mugs. See the beauty of everything. My new coffee mug, right? I'll be using this on my Instagram when the lesson is there, right? We're picking words, we're working with the words. Tomorrow's Monday. We are picking a new word tomorrow to yibber yabber about all week. So far, so good. I didn't think I would have. I'm mixing it with other stuff, right? Right. And it's not intentional. It's just the way it's working out. But I trust the way it's working out, right? It is what it is, right? It's all a process. I couldn't say no to this because it's brand new in the box, and because I do work in social media, and because on the norm, I'm watching my live show back because for lessons for myself, right? My show, What's My Good Cheer? I watch each one of those live shows back because I understand that I'm in some kind of flow and I don't catch it all, right? And sometimes I leave that and go, oh, Cindy, that was. Oh, you sounded like an idiot there. I talk to myself this way too every once in a while. But when I come back into the live and I go, oh, that was the lesson, right? Or that wasn't so bad. Or, oh, Cindy, what were you talking about? You rocked it today, right? And be my own cheerleader. And for the most part, it's that affirmation that I think things are not moving as well as I probably should believe that they're moving. And that was kind of on the topic of today, too, a little bit of that belief. So I got a pair of earbuds, These cost me with my discount because they were on the floor for 24 hours. I got them for $7. But if I had to buy them, I would have to pay at least $25, $30. That would be for just a cheapy brand. And I think this is a very, 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 very good brand that I got. And it is brand new in the box. And I know that because it's sealed, number one. And number two, two of them came in exactly the same. Okay, one bag down, you guys. We're moving. Which one are we going to do next? Let's do this one because I can put stuff in this bag. I just threw that bag over here. There we go, you guys. Okay. Let's look at it. I forget what I truly do forget what goes in these into my crates, right? Sometimes it just says, oh, I have to have that. I love that, right? And then it goes in my crate. And then, right, then they fill out the form, pack it into bags, and I take it home. So I do know I picked up a couple of tops for my trip. So I got some, just a little top, short sleeve. No need to see that one, but I don't know how it got into my crate because I'm not quite sure if I ordered that one or if that belongs to one of the girls that I work with. Sometimes our stuff gets mixed up. I don't remember. I just have to bend down. I got nothing to poke that with. Oh well, it'll do that. Okay, you guys, it's not inspirational, but it does make me smile. So I did pick up this cup. It cost me $1. With my staff discount, it cost me 70 cents. It's got chickens on it, you guys. Doesn't that make you smile? Right? It reminds me of Melvin because Melvin is our country boy. Is Melvin in here? Let me take a look. Is Melvin here yet? No, Melvin's not here yet. Or maybe he's just watching in the background tonight. Maybe Melvin's just watching in the background. Let's put that in my salad bowl. Okay, talk about bowls and buying things for my kitchen. It's only a fluke. Maybe somebody had an orange kitchen. But I got 2 small mixing bowls, and I like these bowls. These are good ice cream bowls, right? If you're going to have a bowl of ice cream, right? I'm going to cover it in bananas, right? Or cereal. Aren't these great cereal bowls? I don't have cereal very often, but oatmeal bowls or to mix up when I have some scrambled eggs, and they're orange, and they're really, I think they're quite lovely. And so they had to come home with me. The price tag on these were $1.50 each. So for both of them, it cost me $2.10. Oh, hi, Melvin. Speak of the devil. our sweet devil. Hi, Melvin. How are you tonight? I was saying my coffee mug, it's already in there, had chickens and stuff on it. And I said, when I see the chickens, I says, it's reminding me of Melvin because Melvin's our country boy. And I'm scrolling around to see if you were here yet. Hi, Melvin. You guys don't need to see my bra, but I did get a bra. I have problems finding bra. I have lots of bras. But I don't have a problem redonating the bras that don't fit me. I don't try them on at work. I could if I wanted to. But I'm very particular about my bras. My bras have to be perfectly comfortable. And I've had some luck in the past couple of months that now I've gotten three good bras that fit me good. Okay. You guys know I like my dinner plates, that I buy them every once in a while. This one was $1. I have no idea. I'm going to give somebody heck for pricing it at $1, but I got it for $1. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that pink, and I think pink was for royalty. This is from Hong Kong. This one's from Hong Kong, but it's very, very, very beautiful. I might Google it. It's so beautiful. I might Google it. Right, 70 cents. No chips. I'm very grateful. I only bought it because it's a lovely dinner plate, and I thought maybe some guy, if they were going to a wedding and had all my fancy plates with the flowers and the gold trim and all that stuff, the femme ones, that I should have some masculine ones. I think I've got a couple now of fox hunting. I got one with a fishing boat. Right. I try to find some masculine ones too. And I thought, oh well, this might be good for somebody who enjoys sushi, or somebody who's like a karate fan, or maybe like samurai stuff, right? Or right, you never know, Bruce Lee fan. I don't know. I grabbed it. I thought it was a nice dinner plate. I'm just gonna put it there so it doesn't fall over. So I grabbed it. Okay. Oh, I'm pulling out my favorite piece. I hope there's no chip on it. I'm going to feel it before, because I'll be heartbroken if I find a chip. It's in perfect shape. I think this might be my favorite item. I don't, I have an art glass blowing one, but it's only about this big. It's a little teeny weeny miniature of a dragon on a rock. This payroll, it's dusty. It needs a good bath. But I got me a glass dragon, you guys. I got me a glass dragon. I don't think it's signed, but it really does need to be cleaned. Yeah, in perfect shape, you guys. It's in perfect shape too. He's going in my cabinet. So that makes 4 dragons that I have now, right? I got books and other things, but in my cabinet, I've got 4 dragons now. So yeah, in perfect shape. He's so beautiful. Piece of art glass. I love it. I'm going to just put him here because he has to stay safe, and I'm clumsy and I'll knock it over. Okay, you guys. What else do I got here? Okay, this was $2.50. I don't have good luck buying. That's why I said that when it comes to buying things here on end for the rest of my life, that I'm only going to buy used, thrifted items, that I'm not going to buy new things anymore unless it's my technology, because I work in social media, or my groceries, right? But I keep trying. And I got this microphone, you guys. And, I need a microphone for my laptop. The past 2 microphones I got don't work. You guys know I destroyed my wireless. I'm just heartbroken because I want to make video for my holidays, and I'm going to have to deal with wind. But I think for the most part, me being in the bushes, it might not affect the sound too much, but it's when I'm near the water, right? So, but I'm going to try this microphone. It has the attachments and everything, so I can take it for my laptop, and right, I could do interviews I want. It has a little stand here if I want to just hold it here. I have my Yeti, but you guys know, like, we were having problems with my Yeti, weren't we? Right? We were having problems where we didn't have the sound, so I've been kind of afraid to use it, and I'm even right kind of iffy about even selling it. Oh, here's a good story, you guys, because this is important. I'm going to tell it on my Instagram. I got a really cool truck for my holidays. I got a Jeep for my holidays. I booked it for my holidays. So you guys going to see it because I'm filming my trip. As much as this trip is for me, I got to make the reward, and that reward will be having content to upload and edit, and right, to help my channel move forward a little bit, right? But with this truck, when I go camping, oh, I'm a stinky, you guys. Like, in all truth, I take maybe one shower the whole time I'm away. I'll use the comfort station once. I'll wash my face. I have a bin, and I'll sponge wash and everything. But it's just me, right? It's just me. And I think if I put on just a pair of sweats and a right and a hoodie, I'm perfectly content. But now I've got this fancy dancy $80,000 truck that I'm taking on my holidays. Now, you guys know me, right? You guys know me. But I'm feeling compelled to be a little bit of an it girl on this trip, right? That's an ego thing, isn't it? It's me not being genuine, because if I was being genuine, I'd be stinky and I'd be wearing a and sweatpants and a hoodie. Well, I have to compromise, right? Because I want to feel that feeling of being financially secure, being able to live the life that I dream of living, to have those ties and those responsibilities off of me, that I'm on the trip. I'm forgetting about every problem I ever have. It's all about me. But at the same time, I'm making the reward. So I am making content. So I will be a little bit of an it girl, right? I'll be probably doing my hair. I'm going to try and have a few cute outfits. Not lots, because I'm only allowed one bin, right? Right? For my clothes and stuff. So well, it's not even a bin. What it is it's a quilt bag. So it's only what I can fit in the quilt bag is what I'm allowed to take. And because the idea for me this year is to minimalize, right? I've already started packing. I shouldn't have started packing so early, because every time I come across something, I go, oh, I might need that, right? And then I have to argue with myself not to put it in the bin. If it's not necessary, I'm not right. We're not taking a big Rubbermaid through groceries. I'm not taking my cooler full of meats and stuff, because last year it all got thrown away. It was such a waste that I invested so much money in it. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to minimalize a little bit this year, right? So I've got the bins I can fill, and what I can fill in the bins, perfect. What I can fill in the quilt bag, perfect, right? Other than that, it's just my I think I'm gonna have my trolley with my not trolley out granny wagon. The granny wagon. I have a granny wagon, but all my mining stuff, all my stuff for digging amethyst. They supply pails and little garden tools and stuff, but you guys should see what I have, right? For my mining. Like, I got mining tools out the yin yang, and I got my knee pads, and I got my water bottles so that I can rinse the crystals off. And when I'm making videos and I'm all excited about finding a crystal, but it don't look anything like that to you, because it's just all covered in dirt and mud, right? That I'll have a brush that I could brush it off so you can see the crystals. And then I'll have a water bottle that I can water it so you can see them sparkle, right? And that's being prepared. So my digging bag is going to be off to the side. But I thought, one of those outfits I have, well, my first day outfit, I'm going to do it in my favorite color, which is mustard. And then I thought one of my days I would do it pink. So I right pink, and it girl, Barbie world, that kind of thing, right? Looks good with my truck. So I got a pair of pink sweats, right? Nice pair of pink sweats, nice pink hoodie, some pink jewelry, a pink scrunchie in my hair, my pink cupcake earrings. I'll look very cupcake myself, right? But just keep that in mind, that I did that for the video, right? And even though it might look decent, it's not usually how I am when I go on my trips, right? I just like to be comfortable, right? And I dress for the weather. So a little bit warmer if it's hot, right? If it's raining, rain jacket. And if it's nice, right? Maybe just a sundress without even any bra underwear or anything, right? Very simple, right? But I'm going to be a little bit of an it girl. That's why I bought the pink sweats. I didn't have a pair of pink sweats. So I'm putting a Barbie girl kind of outfit. And I hope you guys just recognize that's what it is. Okay, let's come into the comments and see what you guys are yibber yabbering about tonight. Nice to see you, Melvin. And Kathy's here, and Andrew's here. Owen, William. Awesome, awesome. Let's come down. I've really been liking the blue lately, especially that color of blue, like that arrow button that's just underneath the comments there, that's showing where the comments are. There's a blue button there. That blue, I really like that sky blue. So I decided to do my kitchen in orange, that blue, and white. And we're going to send some good cheer to the fire trucks. They're on their way to a false alarm. I'm sure. I'm right. False alarm, you guys. You're just gonna get there. You're gonna have to turn around and come right back. Right. I live right behind a fire station. Aw, Dan, that's Jay, right? That's lovely of you to say, right? Sometimes I tell these stories and I can yibber yabber. I am a bit of a yapper. I am, but my heart's in the right place, and right, and Andrew or Kathy or right, even Melvin or Owen, somebody would get my attention and say, Sydney, smarten up, back on the main track, right? Okay, what else do we got? Oh, right. I'm not having a baby, you guys. You guys know I have coveralls, and I use the baby outfits at work to steal patches. I cut the patches off and I sew them on my coveralls. Look at that little dinosaur or turtle. I think it's a dinosaur, right? With the long tail and the little humpies on its back. Isn't that cute? I'm going to cut that out and I'm going to sew that onto my coveralls. And then this one was another cute patch, right? So I thought I would cut it out and then I would sew that patch onto my coveralls. For my trip, you guys, I want to wear my coveralls at least once this summer. I might wear them next weekend just to see how comfortable they are, because I do want to be comfortable. And if I've gained too much weight, I don't want to be uncomfortable, especially if I'm driving or I'm walking the trails, right? Okay, I'm never going to say no to Puma socks. Oh, my earrings. I'm never going to say no to Puma socks. So I bought a couple of pairs of Puma socks. They look like they've never been worn before, and they're pink. They'll go with my outfit. Oh my goodness, and they're even on brand Puma. Right? Nobody's even going to know that I bought that at a secondhand store. And here's the thing, you guys. I had the nickname when I was probably 7, 8 years old, maybe 6, 7, 8 years old. No, 6 or 7. I never stayed in any place that long. So 6 or 7 years old. My nickname was Secondhander. My mother used to buy our clothes at the secondhand store, and I guess somebody was also at the secondhand store and saw me there with my mom, and they nicknamed me secondhander at school. So you can imagine, right? Right, 6 or 7 years old, and everybody called you secondhander. Not only that, when they tease me, right, which was the thing, I don't know, highly sensitives and empaths, right? We kind of draw that kind of stuff to us, and especially, right, if you're not somebody who turns the other cheek, right? But if I did get into a fight, my mother had this pink dress. This dress was no longer pink. It was so old. It was like those 1940s, when in the Southern Bells, and they get to have those big parties when they turn a certain age, and they have those big fancy outfits and the hats and the bonnets. Well, I didn't have the umbrella and the bonnets and stuff, but I had the dress. And the dress at one time was pink, but it was so old, it was gray. And if my mother heard that I had a fight at school, and there were sometimes, even if I turned the other cheek, even if I walked away, right, I would get jumped. And if they got caught and it got broken up in some way, and somebody tattled or something, right, it was always I got in a fight. So there was no winning, right? And I would have to wear this dress to school all week. And you can imagine having the name Secondhander, how bad it would get, right, with the other students. Yeah. So I told you that story too. Don't find that one inspiration. I really, really do love these really hard acrylic plastics, right? They're highly collectible when you come across them. But I thought this was exceptionally. Can you see? Can you see how? Here, I'll turn it like this. See, it's all inside. Is that? And it says California. I'm thinking that's probably from the 50s or 60s, you guys. But I love it. I just absolutely love it. All and it's a ruler. You can see the numbers. And that's going to be my ruler for the desk because I don't have a ruler. I now have a tape dispenser, the very best tape dispenser on the market. I paid $1 for it, 70 cents if you count my staff discount. And I got a magnificent stapler that I got for $1.50, top of the line. And now I have the most. Oh, but I did get a ruler. I bet you Andrew caught me on that. Let's see if he did. No, Andrew didn't catch me on that one because remember that antique ruler I got from where Andrew did the research and it was from Toronto 100 years ago. He found the address online. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I have a thing for rulers. I thought this would be nice for the desk. And anyway, that big ruler is too big. It's to hang on the wall or it's going to be a gift for somebody who appreciates it, right? So yeah. I know you remember that. You guys know I love earrings that every time I wear an outfit, I match them up with earrings. Because I was wearing flowers today and it was black, I wore my daisies, my black daisy crystals today. But I usually do that. But I thought I'd try these out. I know they're huge, but they're made of wood, you guys. What do you call that wood, that black wood? Ebony. They're made of ebony, you guys. They're magnificent. And they're not that heavy, you guys. So I thought I would be very happy to have that. Okay. They were only 70 cents. I got me a turtle because you guys know I collect turtles and things for my. Oh, it's got a battery case. So it must do something. Maybe it goes underwater even. I don't know. But it's just going in my small. Oh, it has buttons on its back too. Okay, the battery's dead, whatever it is. But it's just going in my smalls cabinet anyway. So I'm happy to have him. He was only 30 cents. 30 cents. I love turtles too. I love turtles. I love frogs. Dragons are one of my totems. I have a few totems. I have the wolf totem. I have the dragon totem. I have the lion, like the male lion totem. Who knew? Right? Okay. You guys know I like crystal, so I got me another crystal. Isn't it gorgeous, you guys? Look at it all sparkly in there. This one's actually a geode. It was a rock. I'd like to go geode hunting. I think I have to go to Montana as the closest place to here where I can get geodes. Maybe I can get geodes here, but yeah, feels like it's ready to break more. I heard something break there. So yeah, crystal, another crystal. I'll put him right there for now. I think this one's almost done. Another pair of Puma socks. $0.70. It was an earring kind. I'm going on my trip. I don't need any more earrings. I could pick earrings for my trip from there. But I have certain it girl outfits I'm trying to put together. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting that if I have to do those it girl outfits, in order so people don't think that I'm it girl, that I could actually do little posts, right? To show the outfit that I'm wearing, right? And then show the individual pieces, the brand, and how much I paid for them, right? And that way it might be a way to do be genuine. This was only $2. It was only $2, but I thought it was a good one to replace my washing bin for my trip, right? And it's a good one. It was only $2. So that one will take place of the one that I have. I usually use. It's pretty old and pretty ugly, right? And this one's in brand new condition. So that will be probably my right. Wash my face. I don't know. Maybe it'll do the dishes or something. I don't know. Okay, I got some books here. I got this book by Susan Cain, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. The New York Times bestseller. I don't know if anybody has heard of this book, but this book is called Quiet. So I thought maybe this could be the book that I take on my trip with me, because I know that, because I want to help entrepreneurs, that entrepreneurs have lots of empaths who not just want to work for themselves, but they truly need to work for themselves, right? But we have these insecurities and these limiting beliefs. We don't have that courage and bravery to make these moves, and we don't really quite know what to do or what we're doing or who to ask for help. And I thought maybe, right, because the introverts, those are the highly sensitives, those are the empaths, and those are the ones that are struggling. And I thought if I better knew them, because I am an introvert myself, but I am an extroverted introvert. You guys know me, right? I'm an extroverted introvert, and that's a rarity. And that only happened out of my necessity to survive, right? Necessity to put a roof over my head, the necessary to belong, right? For people to love me and wanted to be around me and stuff. And, it was uncomfortable, but, I waitressed in nightclubs and bars. I managed and supervised in restaurants. I ran cafeterias. I was a waitress. I don't know how many times. I've been working in hospitality my entire life. And this form of communication, and not the topics, but the way I communicate, it doesn't take courage or bravery from me anymore, because I've done it for so long, right? And it feels good not to say, how may I help you, or what would you like, or how can I serve you, but to understand that I can include myself in that equation, and understand that I have that special quality about myself, that through my choices and through the repetitiveness of having to survive, right, in that movement forward, that I built up some talent, right? I built up some experience in communication, I feel. I feel I do, right? You might feel differently, right? But that's okay. I can only control my own thoughts and my own actions. But I thought maybe I'd mention that just because of the insight and the stuff that I'm moving in, right? For those again who hang with me for any length of time, I collect tiles, and boy, did I get a nice old one. Look at that beautiful, beautiful tile. Isn't that a beautiful tile with the fish on it? I absolutely love it. I hope one day, all my tiles are different, all different colors, all different sizes, but I would like to do a wall. I'm getting close to doing about 5 feet square now on a wall. I sure would love to collect all my beautiful tiles, things that I find thrifting and stuff, because I can't buy new, right? And then one day get that wall done. I'm just going to sit it over there because I don't want it to fall on the floor and break. Okay, this is the last thing in my bag, just to double check. It goes back to my as it goes back, it gets start filling up with my donations that I take back to work. Oh, love these. One more pair of earrings. I'm going to be wearing an orange outfit. I don't know what the outfit is, but you guys, look at these earrings. Somebody made those. Look at, are they not spectacular? Obviously indigenous beadwork, right? But aren't they absolutely just beautiful? Now, that might even be Mohican, or maybe those are Mohican. It seems to me those colors are very Mohican. Like, I'm not sure, but yeah, those earrings. So I had to grab those. And then the last book in that bag is the book Codependent No More. And so when I talk about highly sensitives and empaths, right? When I talk about these people that struggle, right? When truly they should have more confidence in themselves to recognize all those amazing things about themselves, right? I have to remind Andrew how amazing he is, right? How fast does he get that information to us? How fast does Nancy work too? Oh my goodness, even in her own life, how she'll right? And I'm not a fighter that way, right? I'm trying to get my money back to get the city to pay for my glasses that right I broke when I got flown from my seat on a bus. And I just can't put my energy into that right now because it's so frustrating. It just sucks all my energy out. And I think purposely that's that they want you to do that. You don't want to put that energy in. The only thing that I feel good about is the fact that I have 2 years that I took that advice and I understood that I had 7 days to put my claim in. I got the 7 years or my claim in those 7 days. My claim is good for 2 years. And believe me, when I have the energy to spare, when it doesn't have to go towards more important things, I could say this is probably important. These glasses cost me $1,000, right? But in October, the plan is for me to get new glasses. So I've put it into the budget. So we're just going to get the glasses just taken care of already, right? And I'll wear those big. I have to wear those big glasses that cover those sunglasses that cover reading glasses anyway, because I wear glasses 24/7. But otherwise, they would have noticed. I'm not. Cindy's not quite a it girl. She's got tape like. Oh, and glasses because the guy from Trailer Park Boys, what's his name? Bobbles, right? With the big lenses that like I have, but he also has tape around his glasses too, right? Yeah. So this by Metal Melody Beatty. This one is more like lessons type thing. So I don't. I'm on holidays. I'm not doing heavy. But this book here, Codependent No More, because codependents are in movement. They certainly are in movement, but their movement is usually in some sort of service, sometimes even enslavement to others. Doing that's where you're going to find the narcissists. That's where you're going to find the borderlines that are so needy and stuff, and they'll cling on and they'll suck everything out of you, right? And the thing is, in order to be your own boss, you need to be able to be around people without, right? Especially if you're going to be bossing of others, that these other people that you bring into your network will be able to be around you because they can handle that kind of energy. So, yeah, definitely. I want to be working with narcissists too, right? I want to be working in personality disorders. I want to be working in complex trauma, right? My husband, post traumatic stress disorder from doing 3 tours in Croatia. Right? Yeah. So it's not something that I'm not familiar with in my own experiences, whether it's a complex trauma of myself or my husband's ex-husband's post-traumatic stress disorder, right? And sometimes in that codependency, we can find that we trauma bond with each other, and that's when we have really big problems, right? When we trauma bonds, because then what happens is lots of times we tend to devour each other, right? You need to take care of me where I'm weak. I need to take care of you or you're weak, rather than saying, I've got to help you move through this part, which is kind of a gap in your life, right? But that's no problem for me. I'm a great communicator. I'll help you communicate, right? So, like, each one of us has those kind of gifts, different gifts, right? Just like Andrew in his research, but I see he left something for me. Cindy, the way you are with earrings makes me think of the way I am with pens. I've lately got a bunch of mine out so I can rotate through them and so the ink doesn't dry in them. I like nice pens too, Andrew. I do like nice pens. One of my mentors, when I was first starting to get my life back on track and getting it back together, he was one of the gentlemen who helped me out. Shout out to Matthew, right? Um, but he turns into a little kid, the tiniest, adorable, cutest little kid, right? When you give him a box of pencils to go through, used pencils. He likes business ones. And because I work in a thrift store, they come through. So every pencil, right, it goes through. If it's a business one, everybody knows. Put it in the box for Matthew. I've got a nice little stack. And once or twice a year, he got it earlier this year. Otherwise, this Christmas, he would have gotten a great big full box, but I'm about a quarter way through a box and I'll bundle them up in some elastic bands and he'll spend all afternoon going through these pencils, right? He absolutely loves it. And why does he love it? It was kind of like the same kind of story as the clamshell fruit bowl that I showed you, right? It was an experience that he had with somebody who loved, somebody who saw him, somebody who appreciated him, right? And that was his grandfather's, right? He used to like to go through his grandfather's desk, and his grandfather would pull pencils and pens, and he used to keep the business ones, right? And they would talk about it, and it was a special memory. And so he carries it on, and he gets all excited, like I did with my salad bowl, right? That trip that I took with my father. He gets excited the same way with those pencils, and it's adorable. It's extremely healing because, again, it makes you feel special. It reminds you that, you could be having the most horrible week, horrible year, horrible life, but somebody out there, just one person even, right, cares about me. And I do that because I'm so appreciative for the hands up, right? For the stability in my carrying my own weight, that support when I needed it, because in the process of getting that mentorship, I was also in the process of losing the roof over my head. So I was very stressed out at the same time, right? And he got me through it, right? Sometimes it was a little bit of a advice. Sometimes it was just saying everything's going to be okay, Cindy, right? We got this. What can we do? Is there a phone call I can make or something, right? Okay. So that was a book. Okay, so I just have my knapsack left, you guys. This is beautiful. I couldn't say no. It only had $3 on it. I bought a coffee pot for the stove. Oh, it's not a coffee pot, right? It's for your coffee. You put your coffee in there, you pour your hot water in, right? And you push this down, and then you pull it up, and then you push it down, and it makes a really nice cup of coffee. I have something like this, but I usually put the basket over it and I put a filter through it. This one is already ready for me, right? And so it's kind of fancy dancy, right, for my kitchen counter. And I thought that would be lovely. Just got to push it back so it doesn't break anything. And then I bought another coffee pot. Yes, I bought two coffee pots for camping, just for boiling my water, right? It's in excellent, almost unused condition, right? It's a great little pot for taking camping with me. So I got the coffee pot. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna put that down there, and then I'm gonna bring my knapsack. to my top. I don't use this knapsack very often. It's a good knapsack, but physically it's a very heavy knapsack. I prefer to use the knapsack on my door because it's just an right, still has the handles to go over your shoulders, the padded shoulders. But it's just fabric, right? It's just fabric. So it takes away a lot of the weight. I wear summer sandals as slippers around the house. They have to be they have to feel a certain way. I got two of them. Neither of them worked, so I put them back in my donation bag and I took them back to work and we donated them. These came in. They were brand new and they have nice cups in them. And I think they're probably very expensive summer shoes and lots of padding on them. I tried them on, right? They're going to be even better than the ones I'm using right now. And the ones I'm using right now will not be good enough to donate. They'll have to go to the garbage because I don't even think I could take them down to the laundry. Like usually every week when I do laundry, I take stuff because I just don't take it to my work. I take it to the laundry room because there's lots of vulnerable people in the building that I live in. Oh my goodness, I grabbed another coffee cup, you guys. I am crazy with the coffee cups, but I had to. Why? Because I was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. Look at that coffee cup, you guys. Is that just not the most magnificent? Look at the fairy, Andrew. You love fairies. Oh, they're not fairies, are they? Oh, yeah. Are they fairies? What are they? Cruises. Cruise ship. Cruise ship. Right? Yeah. But isn't that a beautiful coffee mug? That was the city I was born in. But I have lived all over British Columbia. Thanks, Jay. Thank you, Owen. I've lived all over British Columbia. I went to 11 different elementary schools. My dad was an entrepreneur. He was a commercial fisherman. He had a cab. He drove cab in between fishing seasons. But he also made money by buying houses, moving us in them, not even fixing them up, just moving us in them, and then he would just stage them and sell them for a profit. So you can imagine how many schools I went to growing up, right? Um, oh, we're getting down to it, you guys, because those are my sunglasses. That's my coffee cup. What's in here? Oh, there's something else. Oh, it's just a journal. I'll probably use this book here for my trip. That's why I bought it. Because every year, like if I go to a workshop or if I go to a seminar or if I go on my Amethyst summer trips that I plan, I save all the receipts and I put pictures and I write notes and I put maps and right. It's a nice way of keeping track of these trips that at one point in my life, right? I am grateful for my good health, you guys. Very grateful for my good health. There's a reason I was built this way, though. And I suspect one day, way in the future, because we're going for 114 years old, right? But I suspect there will come a point where I will be looking back at some of those memories and not necessarily, let me just double check. We got it all. That was everything, you guys. But that was a lot of stuff, wasn't it? That was a lot of stuff that I got for my staff charges, and I'm really pleased with it. Like some things I saw this on the shelf, and I go 70 cents. How can I say no to that? Right? Piece of lucite. Lucite is very highly collectible, and it had the rod on it. It's a foot long, and look, it's just absolutely amazing. I love it. So there's some things sometimes that we don't need, but we all know that Cindy loves crystals, right? You look behind me, right? I love crystals. I love crystals. huge one. That's my amethyst right here. And I got more amethyst there. And I got more geodes and more amethyst there. Smoky quartz there. Oh my goodness. Tons of crystal in there. I can hear that this one is ready to crack somewhere else. I'm not quite sure, but I feel and I hear the crack every time. Sometimes I hold it in different spots. So we'll see if that one's going to go off. But I'm just going to put it there for now. Just have a few minutes just to tie up some of these comments. Oh my goodness, Andrew. Is there any writer you don't know something about? Well, it's nice that you love pens because Andrew, at some point, I'm going to send, hold on, you guys, before we go, I'm going to show you my favorite pen. I use it every day, every day. But it's one of those pens you have to change the cartridge in. You have to take it to a pen store and have them change it. But I have this pen for you, Andrew. It's my favorite pen. And I want my favorite guy in the whole world to have my favorite pen. Is that beautiful? That's my favorite pen, Andrew. Do you like my pen? Do you like my pen? It's amazing. Might even be gold. Seems to me I can almost see something. I could see like a marking. Maybe it says 18 karat gold or something. That would be pretty cool. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I think it's beautiful anyway. I love it. And the ink on it, the writing on it, the ball on this pen is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. So, Andrew, I'm going to send that off to you. Not right away, but it is yours. It is yours, I promise. Oh, you like my pen? I just love it. It's my tiger pen, right? Look at it's almost like abalone, isn't it? Look at the colors, the way it goes with the orange swirls. It's like abalone. Yeah, I love this pen. I wish I could show you what the ink looks like, but yeah, I'll buy a nice case and I'll put it in a case. Maybe I'll send it to you for Christmas. Wouldn't that be a nice surprise? Okay, you guys. That's it for tonight. I have to say, I am exhausted from being so amazing yesterday and the day before. But I'll be amazing tomorrow. I'll be amazing tomorrow too. Just need a good sleepy, right? Put my feet up. Tomorrow I'm just going to clean the house. Nobody's going to call me to save the day because tomorrow is Labor Day and the city is shut down pretty much. I could probably go pick up some groceries or something, but I've got everything I need. So I probably won't even leave the house tomorrow. I'm just going to clean, do little projects to get away on my holiday. I'm going to do my show, What's My Good Cheer, tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, oh my goodness, right? Relax, right? Everything is okay. And to end this, I'm going to show you a game for if you guys that came in late. This was one of the first things I pulled out of my bag was a piece of art glass, and it's a dragon, you guys, in perfect shape. I have no idea how it made it home without. Oh, it has a chip. I can see. Can you see right there? Yeah, it doesn't feel like a chip, but when I'm looking at it, it definitely looks like there should have been another spike there 100%. I don't care. I love my dragon. Sorry, dragon. I hope I didn't do that. It was not my intent. Was not my intent. Okay, you guys. I'm out of here. We'll see each other next Sunday. The Sunday after, you probably won't see me, right? Probably still be on the highway on my way home, right? On my way home. But we're going to play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and do a live show on my Instagram. Maybe I can pop in for a little bit on my YouTube and let you guys know how it's going. But for the most part, that content will be edited when I get home. And yeah, guys, it's going to be fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, everybody. If you've never popped into one of my lives before, that you stuck around. Excuse me, my cold's still there, but it's 100 times better. And it's good that I'm getting it now and not when I'm on holidays, because last year I had it on my holidays. I had an amazing time anyway, but how amazing would it have been if I wasn't sick? Okay, you guys, I'm saying my good night right now. Thank you, everybody, for popping in, right? Everybody have a great week. You have a lovely week too, Kathy. Have an amazing week. Everybody have an amazing, amazing week. Bye bye.